Welcome back. This is Corporate Radar, and let's talk about one of the big movers this morning, CreditAccess Grameen. Well, the stock has seen a big move. The street clearly likes the guidance that they've given, as well as the past quarter. To understand, though, what's the way ahead, we're joined by Mr. Hebbar, the Managing Director, as well as the Chief Executive Officer of the company. Good morning, Mr. Hebbar. Congratulations on a solid showing. The street has given its verdict. They like these numbers. Now, give us a couple of details. You're guiding for a loan growth of close to around 24 to around 25% odd. Break that up for us. How much of it will be in higher ticket size? How much that will be because of volumes? And also your AUM, now you have crossed the 21,000 crore odd mark. What's the target, say, for the next 3 to around 4 years odd? Where does this number head?
Thank you. Good morning, Nigel. Pleasure to be here. So we guided about 24 to 25% annual growth, which will be fueled by at least 14-15% customer growth, as well as maybe about 8 to 10%. I can't say ticket size growth, it's a GLP growth because it's more of a vintage clients getting the adequate funding who have been with us for a long time, more than 3 years. We have more than 53% of customers. So therefore, there will be a natural increase in the lending to those kind of customers who have been having a stable business and stable cash flow. So therefore, the difference is 8 to 10% GLP increase because of the vintage clients and about 14-15% customer growth. And on the long-term basis, our view is that sector also should go between 20-25% for the next 4 years, and we should be, aiming to follow the similar trend actually. So, we're not able to give the exact number today. Definitely, 1 year is the visibility we will give, but our aim is to stay with the typical growth in the mix of microfinance and non-microfinance together. Maybe beyond this year, microfinance may taper down to maybe 23, 22, 21%, and the non-microfinance will catch up in that space. So overall, still maybe around the same 20-25%. That is what our view of our aim is to grow that way.
Mr. Hebbar, you're saying loan growth 25% and customer number growth will be about 15% in that. That's the that's the target. And the rest will be ticket size.
It's more of a increase in the GLP per customer.
Where is it now, and where do you see that? How do you see that progressing over a period, say 24 and beyond? I mean, what's the broad thinking?
What we saw that, customer GLP will keep increasing considering the improved business environment because of inflation. We always saw 9 to 10% increase of GLP over years. If you see past 10 years, you could see that kind of 10% increase of GLP across sectors, not only Grameen. So that trend will continue. So with the strong support of new customer growth, I think it's achievable. And as I said, beyond 24 also, our view is that the portfolio per customer will definitely increase by 10 to 12%, for Grameen as well as for others also.
Okay, so you're saying in FY24, 14 to 15% customer growth is what you're looking at, and for the sector as a whole, the next 3 to 4 years is looking very strong with the 20 to 25% growth. Got that. Mr. Hebbar, good morning. I'll come back to numbers in a bit, but I also wanted to ask you, Karnataka is an important state for a company like yours. Does this election campaigning affect collections? I'm asking because, in the past, a lot of political parties have offered loan waivers, subsidies, and that has affected collections. Has this time been the same?
Actually, no. I disagree with the election impact in the collections. We never faced that. There will be some impact on the growth during that 15 days or 1 month because people have to follow the code of conduct. You cannot gather too many people. So that's kind of, you cannot carry cash too much. There's some code of conduct everybody has to follow. So that extent we can agree. But we never faced the collection deficiency. Collections already over, or collection as it is, very well, no problem at all. We continue the same trend. And an election as a issue, it happens every year, one or other state. So therefore, it's a part of our business. So we don't see any significant impact because of election. We never saw that.
Okay, so you're saying that elections have never affected the collection. Maybe a little bit on the growth front, but collections are not impacted. Got that.
It's only for that 15 days, 1 month time, that's all.
For that, okay, got that. I also want to understand from you, is there any change in the percentage of lending that you do to the group lending segment? Because, group lending in general is a bit more safer. So have you changed your contribution to group lending over the next 1 to 2 years? What would it look like?
Actually, our entire business is group lending on. Now that we might start, we already piloted the non-group lending, particularly the customers who are scaling up. They have been long vintage with us. They have a stable cash flow, stable business. For them, we are actually moving into an individual business loan, which is in pilot. This year, we did, I think, about 150, 200 crores. Our sense that will start growing and contributing more going forward. Over the next 4 or 5 years, we can see about 10 to 12% of the business would come from non-microfinance segment, which is individual business loan, unsecured, secured, mortgage, two-wheeler, all those things. But it is an nascent stage today. There will be good traction, going to be good traction in the 23, 24, and then beyond, it will grow definitely.
All right, Mr. Hebbar, you have given a nice elaborate guidance as well. So most of what we want to know, you've already given on your presentation with regard to the loan growth. NIMs will be around 12.2% or cost to income. But besides the operational performance, another factor that I would like to know is the promoter entity holds close to around 73% stake, right? Around 73.5% odd. Now, I think in the past you have hinted at, that number coming down. So will there be some promoter stake sale in this year? If yes, could you tell us what is the total quantum that could happen in this year and what is the total quantum that could happen?
We said that it will be medium term. We are not said within 1 year or right now, but it may happen between this year or next year because there is no necessity of any funding for the promoter entity because they are sitting with good cash flow, and it's also the intention is to enhance the good investor base in the Grameen rather than the need of money in the promoters. Probably even if it is there, it won't be in the market actually. So maybe it will be dealt individually or very small quantity for maybe 4, 5, 6 good long-term investors we would target to enhance the investor base. But we are not having any plan right now. But in this year or next year we are planning that. But that won't be more than 6%. That won't be more than 5%.
More than 5%? Around 5 to 6% is what you're looking. Around 5% in the next 24 months or so, this should get done, right?
Maybe that could be because we keep watching because there is no other way of increasing investment because we are not planning any capital enhancement because our internal accrual is quite good. For next 2 years, we are not looking for any secondary availability. So the only way is to enhance investor base is this. Probably you would look at 24 to 36 months.
Have you all received any kind of demand? Because numbers are looking good, guidance is good.
We not started working on it because
not yet started. But 5 to 6% is what we could work with. Maybe it happens this year.
Not more than that.
Okay.
Not more than that.
For this year, particularly for FY24, what kind of disbursal growth are we looking at? I mean, you spoke about the customer growth of around 14 to 15%. But in terms of disbursals, what can you aim for in both FY24 and 25?
So disbursement is about 17-18%. I think about close to 20-23%. That is what disbursement we did last year. I think it will go similar fashion because in our case the disbursement is our loans are little longer term in terms of microfinance also. Almost 29% of our book is 3 years book. Therefore, we don't need to churn the disbursement so far. Therefore, it is little lesser. So last year we disbursed about 17,000 crores. Probably next year it will be about 22,000 crores. Not more than that.
All right, Mr. Hebbar, just a couple of more questions. You're already done with your con call, but I think you have an analyst call. So we're just trying to give the analyst some bit of base. One of the questions that could come up is any plans to convert into a small finance bank?
So we already had the analyst call. So, but
no, you have an analyst meet, right? You have an analyst meet, that's true.
Yeah, we have been answering this question over the last 7 years. This plan on this was available to us even 7-8 years back, but we always consciously stayed away from this aspiration because both are good business. Banking also good business. Microfinance also good business. There's enough potential in the rural to still grow well with this kind of model. We always believe this model is very good model, particularly working in the rural with the low-cost operation. You can demonstrate quite a good quality. And I think, at least for next half decade, we don't have any plan to diverse our mindset beyond this business. So it's always attraction, but our view is we should stay focused in microfinance.
Good to clear the air, right, sir?
Okay, so you're staying away from that banking aspiration, at least for now. Got that. But can you just leave us with some highlights on what the growth could look like geographically? Where is the expansion going to come in from for CreditAccess Grameen? I mean, you spoke about a disbursement growth of 20 to 23%, but geography-wise, what are you looking at?
Yeah, our continuously we keep expanding district by district. Our contiguous district approach is the best approach we have been following. So already we are in 14 states. And then many of these are expanding by the same districts. There are many districts are yet to cover in the states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand. We have more districts to cover. Typically, we also step out. I mean, once that is done, we would get into Himachal and Haryana. And then now that the Tamil Nadu, Andhra also, the air about the issue which was in the court have been resolved. Probably we will review that also. So I think we have enough space to grow. And then currently also, last year we acquired 1.2 million customers. 46% of customers we acquired from the non-core geography, particularly in the new geography. So the growth will continue to be from the new geography. So we believe that our diversification will continue to go beyond our core states. Similarly, district-wise also, we have hardly 3 districts which is more than 2% of our portfolio. So all the districts are less than 1% of our portfolio. That's also another way we look at the distribution of the geographical expansion.
Okay, all right. Mr. Hebbar, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure, sir, speaking with you. And, the market verdict is a thumbs up. The stock's doing very well.